Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Avalon. I am a crochet pattern designer and I love to talk about all things crochet related just because I literally love crochet so much. And today I wanted to make a little bit of a different video. I know that I have gotten some new friends. At my time, we are about to hit 2,500 subscribers. So that is so cool. So many people. I'm assuming by the time this video comes out, I have made it to that. But I kind of just want to do a little bit of like an introductory video, like who is Avalon Crochets? I just wanted to basically talk about crochet and about like my journey learning to crochet and all that, and how I ended up like starting my Instagram, opening up my Etsy store, and eventually being here on YouTube, where, you know, we're slowly growing this small community. I love you guys so much. And it's just been fun, and I love spending time with you guys. So I just, you know, I want to take this opportunity to talk about it. And I mean, anytime I get to talk to you guys is literally my favorite time. So it's the best. So let's go ahead and I'll just jump into a little bit of my story. My story of me learning how to crochet starts like 2 years before I actually learned how to crochet. I saw this kit in Barnes and Noble and I was like, oh, this is so cool. It was like a cactus kit. It was really cute. And so I purchased the kit and I was like, all right, cool. It says it's beginner friendly. That's great. It has a crochet hook, it has the yarn, it has everything I need to learn how to crochet. I've always been slightly interested in learning to crochet. Like, I always felt like I would quite possibly really like it. So, you know, so I grabbed it, I took it home, I opened up my kit, I looked inside, I pulled everything out, I started looking through like the booklet, and let me tell you, it was not the most beginner friendly thing ever. I think maybe I misunderstood what the kit was actually for. When it said beginner friendly, it didn't mean like I'll teach you how to crochet. It meant like you already know how to crochet, so this kit is for you if you know how to crochet like simple stitches, basically. That was a complete misunderstanding on my part. And so I set it down and I was like, wow, I guess I won't learn how to do this because this is too hard. And I set it down and didn't look at it for 2 years. Nice try, wasn't for me. I guess, you know, crochet isn't in my future. And even at that time, I didn't even know the difference between crochet and knitting. Like, honestly, like, I totally understand people who don't know the difference. It's totally okay, because I didn't know the difference at all. I did not grow up really knowing anybody who crocheted or knit, so I didn't have any experience around it. 2 years later, after that, my husband and I got married. We got married in the summer of 2023 and it was wonderful. It was perfect. My family came from out of town. His family came from out of town because we don't really have that much family here in North Carolina where I live. And yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. We went to Barbados for our honeymoon literally 2 days after our wedding. That was a really hectic time, but it was literally so beautiful, and I really hope that one day I get the opportunity to travel again like that. But after we came back from Barbados, my husband wasn't feeling too good, and a couple days later I wasn't feeling too good. We ended up getting COVID tests and it turned out we had COVID. So for the week after our honeymoon, we were very sick. And I started scrolling through like Instagram, just going onto the internet, just doing whatever while I was sick at home and we both couldn't work. And I came across a kit, a crochet kit from the Woobles. And if you don't know what the Woobles are, they're pretty popular. So if you know crochet, you probably have heard of them. But the Woobles is basically this beginner friendly crochet kit where they will show you how to like literally crochet. You can learn to crochet from the kit. And when I saw it, I was super interested. I showed it to my husband and I was like, this is so cool. Like, I kind of jokingly asked him, like, would you buy this for me? Like, kind of thing. And when he saw it, he was like, yeah, I'll buy that for you. He said when he saw it, he was like, oh yeah, that is an Avalon thing probably. So he ended up purchasing me Fred the T-Rex a little bit later. So at least I was over COVID by then, and I started working on him. And at first it was really hard. He's right here. This is my first ever crochet plushie that I ever made. This is Fred, and I learned how to crochet him with the Woobles kit, and it was great. It was a great experience. I had to replay videos so many times. He took me approximately, look how small he is. He took me about 9 hours to make, which is a lot, but I had the time. I had the time, and I was very dedicated to him. And I would just, my husband and I would just put on a show or movie, and while we were watching shows and movies, I would just work on Fred for 9 hours. I finished him in only like 3-4 days maybe, so I was pretty dedicated, and he's adorable. I still love him. I think he turned out absolutely great. And honestly, after I made him, I was completely hooked. I was so totally hooked. I ended up going back onto the Woobles site, and I bought another kit, and I got this guy. So this is my second ever crochet project. I was so anticipating this guy coming in the mail because I was so like into crochet. After making Fred, I just wanted to make another one so badly, and I got a pig because I wanted to make it for my sister. I did not end up sending her this pig though. I ended up making a different one. I went to the store, I bought chenille yarn, I used a random size of hook, and I made her a pig, and the hook was too big, so he had a lot of gapping. But he was still very cute though, and I sent her that one instead. So she still has this pig, just in a chenille version, and that was my first time ever making anything with chenille yarn. That was absolutely great. Shortly after making these Woobles, I ended up posting Fred the T-Rex onto my art Instagram, which is now called Avalon Crochets. It was called at first though Artsy Avalon, just because I used to post like general art on there that I would make. It was just where I could share like my art, and I had like a total, I think, of like 3 followers on there, including like my husband and my sister and one of my friends. So generally the likes I would get would be from the 3 of them. But after posting Fred, I got like a couple more likes than that, and I was like, wow, people are seeing me. And I was like, you know what, I really am enjoying this. What if I just like keep posting? I started to see all these other creators, like crochet creators on Instagram, and I was like, I could do that. I could make crochet stuff and then post it every day online. And that's here we are now. Shortly after that, we had some really sad stuff happen that I can't super go into detail about because it's just a bit personal. And yeah, and crochet kind of also became a way for me to, I don't want to say like escape, but take my mind away from the sad stuff, you know? I always feel so grateful that we, you know, had our wedding when we did have our wedding, because everyone who was able to come, you know, was able to come, and we were able to see them. So that was just really nice. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was gonna come out of me right now, sorry. I started making YouTube videos a little bit earlier. Like if you scroll back on my videos, some of them, there's like a few month like gap, or you know, whatever, for a little while. That's because we just had a lot of stuff going on, and we had to, like, I just didn't have the time or really the energy to like make YouTube videos and stuff. So I just instead I just crocheted, you know? I just enjoyed my time crocheting and I didn't worry about making videos for a little while. I wanted to make YouTube videos, but I just needed that time to, you know, not. So continuing on with my crochet story, in January of 2024, I made my first crochet pattern and it was a flying pig. And as I said before, I got this wooble because my sister likes pigs. So my first pattern that I ever made, I knew I had to make a pig. I looked online for a while for a crochet pig pattern because I was like not completely in love with the way that this pig looks, just because like it doesn't have legs, you know, like it's funny, it's cute, but I wanted like, I was ready for more like intermediate like patterns, you know, like I was ready for something more. When I couldn't find a crochet pig pattern that I actually liked and thought was cute, I had decided I was just going to make my own pattern. And at that time I had followed like quite a few patterns. Like I was crocheting so much every single day. I would come home and crochet for probably like 5 hours a day, maybe more. I do work a full-time job as a dog groomer, so yeah, I didn't have like all the time in the world to, you know, crochet, but every day after work I would be crocheting. From following all of those patterns, I slowly built up my own understanding of crochet and how shaping kind of works. So I decided to make my own crochet pattern. And I knew I had to make a pig pattern just because I couldn't find any that I super love. So I needed to make one and I wanted to make it for my sister. But as I was making this pig, my husband like walked in and he was like, you gotta give it wings. Because of the saying, if pigs could fly, you know? You can thank my husband for the wings on my flying pig, and it is because of him. I remember he even drew me a picture of what the wings should look like, and I ended up figuring out how to make crochet wings. I literally don't know. I almost didn't because I was having trouble shaping them. Now looking back, that is such simple shaping. Like I could do it differently now. Like if I could go back, I would probably change the wing shape just a little bit, but I still really like them. And I still, when I make the flying pig pattern, I do that. I do it the exact same way. It still looks good, but I probably would have shaped them a little bit more. Like, I don't know, but they're very cute. They're very cute. And I absolutely love that pattern. It is my favorite pattern probably. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. My first pattern is my favorite pattern. Just because it also got a lot of hype on Instagram. I've now since had other patterns that did well or even maybe better than my flying pig pattern, but that one just felt so special to me. And just the amount of love and everything that I received from the crochet community was amazing. All the comments, like I'd never experienced that before. That was my first time, and just like it was absolutely amazing. So it was just the start of something wonderful, you know? And also another thing is when I did make that pattern, I knew I was going to sell the pattern. I was so afraid to though. I almost like wanted to just like quit and just like do it for free or something, because I was so afraid of starting an Etsy. Like there was a lot of fear, a lot of fear involved in for like posting online and everything. Like I was very afraid. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but just like I can't even speak for it now because I think a lot of my fear wasn't super based in like reality. Like everything is okay. It is okay, you know? Like I thought I was going to mess up really badly. Like I thought I was going to disappoint people. Like I thought people would purchase my pattern and they would be sad and they'd be like, oh, I wasted my money on this. But it was fine. And I think I did a pretty good job for my first pattern. Now, is there things I would change after, you know, like a year and a half, a year later? Yeah, there's probably some things I would change maybe a bit. But honestly, I think I did a pretty good job and I'm still happy with it. And I'm proud of myself for putting myself out of my comfort zone. So we are now in April. So it's still under 2 years since I started crocheting, and just reflecting over the past like year and a half that I've been crocheting, it has been a very wonderful time, and it truly is thanks to you guys. So this video is kind of like an about me and how I started crocheting kind of video. You know, that's a general idea that I had for this video. But what I really want to say here and now is that I just want to say thank you, like from the bottom of my heart, because I'm feeling really emotional today. Like, I am so sorry. I don't know what is going on. But I just want to say thank you though, because you guys are really great, and I want to say thank you for like every comment, every like, everything. If you follow me on Instagram, then that's super dope. If you subscribe to me here on YouTube, that's amazing. Before becoming a part of the crochet community, I was actually quite a bit lonely sometimes, you know? Like I mentioned in the beginning, my family and my husband's family, they mostly traveled to come to our wedding. So I don't really have a lot of family here, and I don't really have a lot of friends either. And the crochet community has kind of, you've become my friend. I know that I like make content to like put out for you guys, but also just your guys's like reciprocation and your guys's like comments and likes and everything. And you guys make me feel like I'm your friend. If you're feeling lonely, you can watch my video or you can put me on, and you know, you can feel like you have a friend that's hanging out with you. So when I watch like other content creators and stuff, sometimes I put them on just because, you know, I kind of want to have like someone to hang out with a little bit. So I hope that, you know, I can be that for you, and we can just like chill and we can talk about crochet and just have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I just want to let you know that I love you guys, and you guys are absolutely the best. And I don't know why I'm feeling so emotional today, but yeah, just thank you. And I hope that we can continue to hang out together here on YouTube and on Instagram if you're over there too. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was not how I thought this video was going to go. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm just babbling on. So I think I better call it here just before you end up with like 10 minutes of me saying thank you over and over again. So I just want to say thank you. And I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And happy crocheting. Peace and bye.